All right, what is up, YouTube? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Today, gonna be going over the one trade I took that was a W. Gonna be going through a pre-market bias, what ended up happening at open, and then the trade I took. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, going into market open, I was leaning bullish, but I just wasn't super high conviction this morning, and I'll talk a little bit more about that after I get into the setup. But fundamental bullish bias. So we have this daily SMT here at this low from Friday, and on the charts last night, I mean, this was super obvious. No new week opening gap, came down, tapped up. This is a 4-hour fair value gap, came up, tapped daily fair value gap. London manipulation, sold off back to the internal low, respecting the 4-hour. So at this point, I mean, I was leaning slightly bearish just because, like, we had the daily that came up, tapped the fair value gap, and it looks like we're going to rotate lower. But at the same time, I was also like, all right, this could just essentially be like the low of the morning here. Like this is ideally the lowest I'd want to see price go if I'm going to be bullish. We had an hourly, we had two hourly gaps, one here, and then the discount hourly gap, as well as just like a ton of like low resistance liquidity, like the entire morning. Just like here, like all of this is low resistance liquidity. So what I had framed in my setups was I wanted to see this low hold prior to New York open. So like we ideally just like chop for a few more candles, then New York opens, we get the Judas, pretty much the same setup as Friday that I posted. And so initially I was looking for the longs, and that's essentially what played out. And so people are like, yo, ICT concepts doesn't work. All right, let's literally let's whip out the Fibonacci and slap this on the daily candle. So daily candle, you run your fib from the high to the low. I have the 79.702 is like the golden pocket. I don't really use it that much. Mainly just use this for equilibrium of the range. But I was like, all right, we're not really bouncing off of anything. So wait, hold on. Let me just make sure I have the coordinates correct to really show the point. This was 26. All right, so that's perfectly on the low. And so you see here, consequent encroachment of the daily wick is right here. What does price do? We tap that perfectly and then just displace higher. So I mean, now I'm looking for like the highest time frame inversion in the leg, and like there's so the 1 minute. Don't really want to take this. This displacement was pretty crazy, so I probably should have taken it. The next highest though was a 3 minute. So I guess the best entry here is like this. You're gonna throw the stop below the death candle. Just pop up ES over here. You're gonna target this intermediate high. And I think you get like a 1-to-1 on this pretty easy. Yeah, it was like a 1.17. I didn't take this though. And in hindsight, like this was pretty obvious. Like correct bias going into open, looking to see the rebalance. Unsure if London was going to be protected or not. Kind of expected it to be because trading to the high time frame PD array, but there wasn't really much to go. So I mean, like prior to open, I really want to see what 10 a.m. did, because if we're gonna hold this bullish fair value gap, I'm probably gonna be bullish. High time frame. And so after that, we come up, we tap the discounted hourly fair value gap after leaving an unfilled 5-minute and an unfilled 15-minute fair value gap, as well as relative equal lows. So relative equal lows is very strong draw on liquidity. Have decently high conviction with it. I've seen it play out decent amount of times. And now so I'm essentially just looking for a mechanical model to take the highest time frame unfilled fair value gap down to the 15-minute, the 5-minute, as well as the discounted 5-minute. And so I noticed that we open up a 5-minute here. This is the highest time frame in the leg. This is super A+ mech short. Regardless of the high time frame bias, like this is just a super like very mechanical entry. Like you don't really have to have a bias for this to work out. And that's exactly what happened. So come up, tap the hourly, discount hourly, We're in equilibrium of the range as well. Look at that. On the golden pocket as well. Like, I didn't even use that for the setup. And then we inverse the 5 minute. So after we get the 5 minute close, which was at 10 a.m., I messed up my entry, and I'll show the executions on MNQ in a sec. But this essentially just ran straight to TP. Great trade. Super well played. I just took my 1-to-1, so I have my stop above. Candlestick body. Don't need to worry about the SMT. After we get this death candle, I'm kind of just expecting us to flush. If we're going to chop, then we're probably going higher. But after we inverse it, just expect us to run nice and clean. So about 3 to 4 minute trade. The risk reward I got on MNQ is 1.13. Break even at the 15 minute, TP at the 5 minute. You can also hold this to the 5 minute here, the discount 5 minute. This is actually phenomenal setup. But the reason why I cut everything here on MNQ, which why do I keep talking about not showing it, was because where are my executions at? What's going on here? Hello? Oh wait, it's replay mode. Sorry. But if I'm gonna full close, I don't want to mess up my risk reward. So let's say I cut half here, half my contracts, half my position size, and then we run up to break even, then my risk reward was just literally a 0.5 risk to reward, if that makes any sense. So you can obviously hold here. Today, in all honesty, I just wasn't really super high conviction on seeing a setup. Not really sure why that is, and I'm still gonna try to figure that out the rest of the day here, just recapping some things in my mind. But even entering this trade, so I firstly, the one mistake I made here today was I was watching the close on MNQ, and so I noticed that we didn't get the close. I was like, all right, wait, I can't enter this. But then I realized I was on MNQ. I was like, all right, NQ had the close, so I can still enter this. And then price chopped here with a doji at 10 a.m. So I was like, all right, is this even a good setup? And then I saw this candle displace pretty decently. I guess got a little bit lucky with my fill, but I was like, all right, there's literally no reason for me not to enter this setup. This is almost as A+ as it gets. Maybe there were equal lows. These were equal lows, or had a little bit more low resistance liquidity. This is literally as A+ as it gets. So yeah, I hesitated a little bit, but still caught the move, and I call my 1-to-1. It was a 1.13, I think, was my exit. So up 2.5K on the day. That's 2 out of the 5 days needed for a consistency rule on these accounts, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think we're gonna set up for a really nice week this week. So we have news back now that the government shutdown is over. So tomorrow could get us set up. Honestly, expecting Tuesday, Wednesday to be a little bit choppy just prior to FOMC minutes, as well as NFP on Thursday. So if we don't chop tomorrow, we'll probably chop on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday should be good. Probably going to be heading back home to heading back home on Friday. So I mean, I might take something from my phone. We'll see, but yeah, really good start to the week. Red price like a book. Great draw on liquidity. I mean, I now expect us to probably come down, take out the 930 low, and then we'll see if we want to rotate. Wait, this is previous. No. Yeah, probably want to rotate down to previous day low after that. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Super good price action. Hopefully we can keep this up the rest of the week, and yeah, just having good habits. Another thing, I was thinking about this when I was walking back. So I was trading in the same building. And after taking this trade, I just didn't really feel anything. And also while I was in the trade, I didn't really feel anything. Normally when I have an A+ setup, I'll execute the trade and I'll still be a little bit nervy. My heartbeat will sort of pump a little bit. Today, that did not happen at all. And after leaving, I was like, all right, I just took a great setup, A+ setup, hit TP, I'm feeling good, but I just it's not that I don't care, because like obviously do care. Like this is all I think about. This is the way I'm gonna change my life. But it's either a sign that I'm just completely detached and I'm really doing this for real this time, or it's something else. But I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. So yeah, we'll see if that's just fate or something else that I haven't thought of consciously. But yeah, all good stuff. Great start to the week, and hopefully we get some good price action the rest of the week. So I'll post the rest of the week regardless of if I take a trade or not. And yeah, I'll see you boys tomorrow. Peace.